What is a minigame? Castle Wars is, of course, but is Forestry? Is Temporis? Is Barrow's Brothers? More importantly, how far can an account go using only what is received from minigames? Minigame Mart is my minigame-locked Hardcore Ironman set to answer these questions with the final goal of completing the Inferno and hopefully living until then. For the sake of simplicity, Minigame Mart will be able to do any activity listed on the RuneScape Minigames wiki page, as well as clue scrolls and a very limited quest list. Minigame Mart will follow 6 simple rules to help restrict the XP gain. Locked until graduation. Whatever minigame I begin, I am locked to it until either 99 is achieved or I have green-locked it, minus the pet. This will not only help me stay focused, but will also give an honest review of each minigame from 1 to 99. When a minigame has been green-locked or 99'd, it'll be referred to as graduating the minigame. This will be covered later. Partial skill unlocks. Once I have graduated from said minigame, not only can I move on, but I will also be allowed to use said skill in a limited fashion once 99 is fulfilled. Randoms and quests. XP from quests and XP lamps is allowed. This will make it so that unlocking certain skills is made possible. However, for the sake of being pure to the challenge, I will not be doing major skip quests, such as Waterfall, or multiple quests just to raise said skill. The completed quest list will be kept relatively short in respect to this. No open world XP. As stated in the previous rule, no XP is allowed to be granted in the open world unless it's from the big 3. I want this grind to feel organic, and thus I won't be using any teleports, won't be pickpocketing amen, or doing anything to boost my early game levels outside of these parameters. Shopping. Minigame currencies are the only ones I will be using. Coins will have limited use, if any. These include things such as entry fees to the agility arena, or transportation costs on boats and through gates. Things such as Tockle or Ranger tokens, however, will be able to be spent freely. The show must go on. Minigame Mart shall be filmed live. You can catch me online for Minigame Mart on Twitch and YouTube. This way, no XP can be cheated offline as well. Enjoy the show. Exemptions. Using graduated skills. Graduation will provide particular exceptions once the skills achieve 99. These are using teleports to get places, planting and harvesting seeds acquired, making potions out of said seeds, using combat to complete clue scrolls, and receiving additional XP from quests in these skills. Secondary skills. Some skills will be passively trained in their respective minigame as secondary skills. These skills include woodcutting, construction, cooking, and crafting, to name a few. Produced items. Anything produced via minigame will be allowed to be used for other minigames and occasionally outside of said minigame once graduation is achieved. Ground items. Minigame Mart is allowed to pick items off the ground for the sake of questing or needing tools. This will not only make some minigames possible, but will also help complete some quests that would otherwise be impossible. Minigames that made the cut. Archery contest, Blast Furnace, Brimhaven Agility Arena, Fishing Trawler, Gnome Ball, Gnome Restaurant, Guardians of the Rift, Impetus Impulses, Tazar Fight Cave, The Inferno, Mage Training Arena, Mahogany Homes, Mastering Mixology, Mess, Pest Control, Sorceress's Garden, Tithe Farm, Veil Totems, Shades of Morden, Warriors Guild, Forestry, Tears of Gothics, Wintertot, and Temporis. Chosen these mini-games as they cover a lot of needed skills, as well as provide a handful of interesting collectibles to get along the way. I believe they will aid me, and maybe even make the Inferno possible on this account. The ones that didn't make the cut. Soul Wars, Barbarian Assault, The Gauntlet, Stealing Artifacts, Trouble Brewing, Castle Wars, Temple Trekking, Tazar Ket Rocks Challenge, Fortis Coliseum, Mir's Arena, LMS, Clan Wars, Majory, Tackle Organized Crime, Volcanic Mine, Taibai Trait Cleanup, Rat Pits, Rogue's Den, Birthrope Games Room, and anything under minigame-like activities. These are either due to the minigame being pointless, being too dangerous, or not offering sufficient rewards aside from XP for time spent. Join Minigame Mart live on Twitch and YouTube on the Fish and Boat channels on September 11, 8:30 p.m. EST. This will be the beginning of the journey and will mostly contain the preliminary quests that need to be completed before our minigames can begin. Hope to see you there.